You're watching News 19 Saturday morning.
Here is a live look at Lake Murray to start your Saturday. In just a few hours, Major League Fishing will be having some of the biggest names in the sport will be action right here. Good morning and welcome to News 19 Saturday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kayla Bennett. With that tournament comes fans, and for those who can't make it out to Lake Murray, many of them may be heading over to the Vista for a viewing party. That's where we find News 19's Lana Harris at the Carolina Ale House. Lana, how's the scene over there in the Vista?
Kayla, it hasn't started yet because it gets started around 11:30. I'm just casually here standing by a boat in the middle of our beautiful downtown in the Vista. And I brought Bailey McBride with me here to explain what this meet and greet is all about, who you can see. Bailey, what's going on today?
Yeah, so we've actually been across the lakes here in Lake Murray Country for about 5 days. We're filming our championship today for the 2018 Challenge Select, which will air on the Outdoor Channel in March of 2018. So whenever we're engaged with the community, we try to do a little something to give back, help educate people about bass fishing, let people know what's going on, and get a chance to meet some of our talent and some of our officials. So from 11:30 to 1 today here at the Carolina Ale House in the Vista, we are doing giveaways. We've got koozies, fun bracelets, and things like that, giving away some of our pro jerseys, and just encouraging people to come out and engage with us and get to learn a little bit more about fishing.
Awesome. Okay, so this is something that's going to be on air next year, March 2018. Got 6 of these boats just like this in our waters right now. Can you tell us about what people can expect to see as much as you can give away?
Yeah, so that's exactly right. Because it's a television show, we can't give away the results. You know, whenever the Biggest Loser finishes filming, you don't tell who the winner is. You wait until you see it on TV. So I can tell you we've had some phenomenal fishing on these waters, and I would say some really dramatic finishes, more so than some of our other shows at all. So I think it's going to make outstanding television. They're 2-hour programs, and you get to see from when these guys first see the lake all the way through up until the very last minute when buzzer beater, reeling that fish in the final seconds of competition. So it's really exciting stuff. And if you want a sneak peek of that, actually, you can watch CBS today at 2 o'clock. Our World Championship, which was filmed in March of this year in Nacogdoches, Texas, is on. And those are our 12 best of the best anglers. We have 50 anglers in total who are the top in the world. 12 of them are competing in our World Championship. And that is a phenomenal show, and will give you a great taste of what you're going to see on your own lakes next March.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all that information. Again, if you didn't hear her, 2 o'clock today, you're going to be able to watch on CBS what's going on in Texas. Well, what went on, what was filmed already in Texas. So you got to keep watching. And again, 11:30, the meet and greet starts. So come out here. Kayla, it's going to be a great time.
Awesome. Thank you, Lana. And while the tournament has some high hopes for today, what kind of weather will they get? For more on that, let's bring in meteorologist Daniel Bonds for a closer look. Good morning, Daniel. How is the forecast looking?
Good morning, Kayla. Yeah, we're going to be watching for the opportunity for showers and thunderstorms once again for this afternoon and this evening. But right now, it's pretty pleasant outside. We'll start off with a live look at Edisto Beach. 84 degrees along the coast right now. A few people already making their way towards the beach and the ocean. As far as temperatures here in the Midlands right now, we're generally in the low to mid 80s. 87 degrees Columbia, Lexington, 85 degrees in Orangeburg, 84 degrees St. Matthews and Aiken, 86 degrees right now Sumter, Manning, and Camden. But you probably noticed over the last several days, including this morning, the air is pretty thick. We've got a lot of moisture in the air. Dew points are generally in the low to middle 70s, so you mix in the high humidity levels and the temperatures already in the 80s. It feels a lot warmer than that. It already feels like 93 degrees in Columbia. It feels like 92 in Sumter. Heat index values of 97 right now in Manning. A little bit better up towards Newberry, Winnsboro, and Saluda. Heat index values there generally in the mid to upper 80s. So it's going to be hot and humid this afternoon. We're looking for heat index values maybe in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. So if you are doing anything outdoors, you want to keep that in mind. Make sure you drink plenty of fluids if you're going to be outdoors this afternoon and evening. This is what we saw in the last 12 hours. Some clouds, a couple of showers and thunderstorms yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. Right now, a lonely shower up there on the Fairfield County, Chester County border. Other than that, it's just partly to mostly cloudy across the Midlands right now. But we will increase our chances for showers and thunderstorms mainly after 2 o'clock or so. We'll start to see those showers and thunderstorms develop. Any of these thunderstorms that do move through could produce some gusty winds, also some heavy downpours. So that'll be the risk we'll be watching for this afternoon into this evening. More opportunities for showers and storms. Heading into tomorrow, we'll call it partly to mostly cloudy. Just a small chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. But then as we work our way through the afternoon and evening hours, We'll start to see that drier air move in. It's going to set us up for some pleasant weather as we go into the new work week. For today, though, it is going to be hot. It is going to be humid. We'll see more opportunities for showers and storms. Highs generally in the low 90s. Heat index values in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. And then lows tonight only dropping back into the middle 70s in general. 75 degrees Lexington and Columbia. 73 degrees Newberry and Saluda. We'll go look for lows around 74 degrees for Winnsboro and in Camden. This is what we're looking at for the next 7 days. As we mentioned, a chance for showers and storms today. 90 degrees tomorrow with just a small chance for a thunderstorm, but then that cooler and drier air moves into the picture. By Monday, we're expecting highs right around 87 degrees, but notice these morning lows. That's what's going to be really pleasant. Morning lows dropping into the low to maybe even mid 60s. In some cases on Wednesday morning, some of us may be in the upper 50s. That's something to look forward to for the last full week of June. 90 degrees on Thursday and then 91 degrees on Friday will introduce a small chance for a shower or thunderstorm. But for today, pay attention to weather. We'll see that opportunity for more showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. Kayla?
All right, thanks, Daniel. New details this morning in the death of a 36-year-old Lexington County woman who had been missing for more than 2 months. 37-year-old Lee Corley was denied bond after being charged with killing Elena Kennedy. 37-year-old Harriet Coleman's bond has been set for $80,000. She is charged with accessory to murder and desecrating human remains. Lexington deputies say Kennedy was killed in Corley's home sometime between April 18th and 21st. She was last seen at Corley's home in South Congaree on April 18th. Her remains were found off Old Two Notch Road. Deputies say they are still looking for more information in this case. If you have anything that can help, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. The search continues this morning for a man who has gone missing in the Saluda River. Around 6 o'clock on Friday night, witnesses told authorities a man went underwater and never came back up. The search is centered near the Riverbank Zoo by the Botanical Bridge on the Columbia side. We will keep you up to date as more information comes into the newsroom. Highway Patrol is investigating 2 fatal crashes, one in Orangeburg County on Highway 6 just outside of Utahville. Authorities say a car ran off the road around 2 o'clock this morning in a Ford Explorer. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the car. Highway Patrol is also investigating another fatal accident in Lexington County. Officials say 2 vehicles crashed on I-20 near mile marker 39. Officials say 1 vehicle swerved into the other lane, colliding. One of the drivers in the crash was killed and the other is now in the hospital. A circuit court judge is allowing a special prosecutor to remain on the State House corruption probe case. At a hearing on Friday, Judge Knox McMahon denied all of the motions made by the attorneys of suspended Lexington Representative Rick Quinn Jr. His attorneys claimed that solicitor David Pasco acted improperly after SLED agents confiscated documents from Richard Quinn and Associates. That's the business that Quinn and his father run and is at the center of the investigation. Quinn was charged with 2 counts of misconduct in office following that raid. Prosecutors say he used campaign donations for personal profit, and Quinn spoke out again yesterday saying he wants to clear his name.
Just the first step in a long process, and as I've said before, I've worked hard to build a reputation built on integrity and honesty, and all of these allegations were either actions that I had approved by the regulatory authorities who were responsible for approving those activities, or the allegations are just false.
Representative Quinn is the 3rd lawmaker in the past year to be investigated in this State House case. Senator John Corson and Representative Jim Merrill were also charged. Greenville lawmakers are asking the state attorney general to investigate a deal between Greenville Health Systems and Palmetto Health. The 2 hospitals announced their partnership last week, saying it would be the largest health system in this state. Legislators say they have concerns about the deal and sent a letter before the partnership announcement detailing their concerns to Alan Wilson's office. In a phone interview, Representative Gary Smith says the partnership will limit the competition between other hospitals in the upstate, which could lead to an increase in health care costs.
The market is dominated 75% to 100% by one provider, and that's everywhere in the upstate. And that provider is Greenville Health System. We're not wanting to think and put them out of business. That's not what this is about. But what it is about providing an environment in South Carolina and in the upstate where the citizens and the patients get good quality health care at a reasonable price.
According to a spokeswoman, the Attorney General's office has not yet received the letter. More than $80 million. That's how much Columbia's VA hospital is getting for renovations and new buildings. News 19's Janae Frazier shows us the improvements and tells us how they will better serve our veterans.
The Dorn VA campus on Garners Ferry Road is getting a huge facelift.
The main thing that's going to help is veteran access to their health care.
Projects Chief Chris Zell says they're getting more than $80 million to improve facilities and get new ones.
The prosthetics will have a new manufacturing facility within their facility. The rehabilitative services area will have an area outside the facility as well where they can practice on different surfaces.
In just the next 3 years, they'll have a new prosthetics and sensory aid center, rehab center, and a behavioral health center.
One of our projects is to renovate this building 10 here that was constructed in 1932 into an outpatient clinic for primary care.
Chief of Engineering Services Stan Doman says they're renovating buildings and units throughout the campus, getting a new parking garage, and they will be building a Fisher House for veterans' loved ones to stay in.
I believe with more facilities and more staff, it would speed up our appointment time.
Army veteran Leonard Mack says he's ready for the improved services.
Here you have your Korean veterans, Vietnam veterans. Now we got Afghanistan and Iraqi veterans coming in. I noticed that there's soldiers coming here from Fort Jackson, from Montreat. So it's much needed.
The need is why officials say they pushed so hard to get the funds.
With our veteran population growing, there's a need for more facilities and better access so they can get to the facilities, don't cut down on their wait times, and be seen more frequently.
Janae Frazier, News 19, WLTX.
Dorn VA currently serves 82,000 veterans, and with all of the new additions, they will be able to serve almost 3,000 more. They're also building a new police station and eye clinic. They hope to have all the projects complete in less than 10 years. A look at some of your money headlines. A popular ride here in the Midlands, Volkswagen will be buying back some diesel cars. This comes after a court ruled some cars that have illicit emissions control software. A German court issued the ruling after a plaintiff won their case. The company says it will aim to get them all back by August. Sears is closing another 20 stores as the retailer tries to jumpstart its business. The closures come after 164 Kmart and 62 Sears stores were shut down this year. On the positive side, Sears is opening its first appliance and mattress concept store in Texas. And today's kids typically are not working summer jobs like their parents once did. America's teenagers probably won't be baling hay, scooping ice cream, or stocking supermarket shelves this summer. New data shows they're more likely to be in summer school, volunteering to boost their college credentials, or just hanging out with friends. Happening today, music lovers, you can take part in the Southeastern Piano Festival. There's still one concert left this weekend, starting at 7:30 this evening at the USC School of Music on Assembly Street. Tickets are $10 each. Also today, you can take the kids to Adventure Children's Museum. They're hosting a special summertime series called Feats of Engineering. Kids will learn about robotics, vehicle design, mechanical engineering, forensic science, and psychology. It's going on until 5 o'clock. Admission is free with membership or regular admission. And the Columbia Children's Theater is hosting John Tudor's Magic Workshop for kids. There will be a performance by Tudor, followed by an interactive hands-on masterclass for students 6 and up. The show is today from 1 to 3, and it's $25 per child ages 6 and up. Still to come on News 19 Saturday morning, fireworks will be covering the skies this 4th of July, but it could trigger some bad memories for some people. That story next.